Hello students. Students, today we have to revise refraction of light. After revision, we have to start our new chapter, Human Eye. But firstly, we have to discuss related to our previous topic, refraction of light, how to light refract and what do you mean by refraction and how it work in medium to medium. So, first of all, what do you mean by refraction? So, student, refraction means when a ray of light travel one medium to another medium, then a phenomena which direction will be changed or bending of a light. When a ray of light travel rare medium to denser medium or denser medium to rare medium. This all process or phenomena is known as refraction of light. But there are difference when a ray of light travel rare medium to denser medium, then light bend toward the normal. But in case of when a ray of light traveling toward the denser medium to rare medium, then a light bend away from the normal. So there is a difference. So next one is same, how to be a ray of light traveling one medium to another medium. One is air, another is glass. This is the activity glass lab, which is also discussed in during our lecture. This is the glass lab activity. In this activity we have understand about emergent ray. Emergent ray means how to a light bend and after denser to rare medium, how do we attain same direction after the refraction. So students, look at the picture. So in this case, identify the correct statement about the refraction of a light through a glass slab. So one is emergent ray deviate with respect to incident ray, and second one is emergent ray is laterally displaced with respect to incident ray. So that is correct because these emergent ray and imaginary incident ray and distance between or displacement between two rays is known as lateral displacement. So after that we discuss about lens. So student, what do you mean by lens? Actually lens is a device which help to converging or diverging the ray of light. If we have any definition, we have any question, so what is the lens? So we answer like that. Lens is a device which help to converging or diverging the ray of light, because converging lens is known as convex lens and diverging lens is concave lens. So these are two spherical lens. So how to be looking of convex lens, how to look concave lens, which is shown in this figure. First is convex lens and second one is concave lens. So these are a ray diagram, how to be converge and how to be diverge. After that, some important image formation. Incident ray generally bend toward the principal axis after the refraction. But in case of concave lens, incident ray bend away from the principal axis after refraction. So students, these are some slides which helps to understand, which compare the convex lens and answer the following question. So first question is, which of the two has greater curvature? Means which have the greater curvature means shortest focal length. So you have to compare these two images. After that you have to decide which is the greater curvature. So convex lens with a greater curvature has shortest focal length, cause more bending of light. So in case of concave lens, so in case of concave lens, the concave lens which have greater curvature as the shortest focal length, cause of more bending of light after refraction. So after that we have an important topic related to lens, which is power of a lens. So first of all, the SI unit of power is diopter, which is denoted by capital D. And how do we calculate power? Power is equal to 1 upon focal length. Means focal length is always in meter. So it helps to detect or indicate the converging or diverging power of a lens. So student, after a review of refraction of a light, we shifting toward the our next topic, our next chapter, human eye. So first of all, I am going to share a very important video which is explain structure and function of a human eye. So you have to pay attention toward this video, which have important and covering important topic related to your syllabus and related to your knowledge.
Human eye. Hello students. Our eyes enable us to see the world around us. They have the ability to help us clearly see nearby and faraway objects. They also help us to see colors. Have you ever wondered how our eyes function? In this video, we will understand the structure and the function of the human eye. The human eye is almost spherical in shape and has a diameter of about 2.3 centimeters. We know that we can see an object when the light from it or reflected by it enters our eyes. The light enters the eyeball through an exposed, thin and transparent membrane called the cornea. The cornea forms a bulge on the front surface of the eyeball where most of the refraction of the light entering the eye takes place. Behind the cornea is a muscular diaphragm called the iris. It has a characteristic color. The color of the iris is generally referred to as the color of the eyes. So, when we say a person has brown eyes, we are referring to the color of their iris, which is brown. The space between the cornea and the iris is filled by a clear, water-like fluid called the aqueous humor. The iris has a small circular opening in the center, which is called the pupil. The pupil allows the light to enter further inside the eye. The iris controls the size of the pupil, which helps in controlling the amount of light entering the eye. When the ambient light is very bright, the iris constricts the pupil to allow less light to enter the eye. But when the ambient light is dim, the iris expands the pupil to allow more light to enter the eye. The pupil appears black to us as no light is reflected by it. Behind the pupil is a crystalline convex lens, which is held in place by ciliary muscles. This lens focuses the light from an object to form an inverted image on a delicate membrane that lines the back of the eye. This membrane is called the retina, and it acts as a screen where the inverted image of an object is formed. The space between the lens and the retina is filled with a clear, jelly-like fluid called the vitreous humor, which helps maintain the shape of the eye. The retina has numerous light-sensitive cells that get activated when light falls on them and produce electrical signals. These electrical signals are sent to the brain via the optic nerve. The brain processes these signals and we perceive the objects as they are. You might have seen a cameraman focusing a camera lens while taking a picture. The focal length of the camera can be adjusted to focus on a distant or a nearby object. Similarly, the focal length of the eye lens can also be adjusted. The ciliary muscles can change the curvature of the eye lens, thus changing its focal length. When we view distant objects, the ciliary muscles relax to decrease the curvature of the eye lens. The eye lens now becomes thin, and the focal length of the eye lens increases. This enables the eye to see distant objects clearly, as the eye lens can focus the images of such objects on the retina. When viewing nearby objects, the ciliary muscles contract to increase the curvature of the eye lens. This makes the eye lens thick, and the focal length of the eye lens decreases. This helps the eye to focus on nearby objects, and their images are formed on the retina. This is the reason we are able to see distant and nearby objects with the same clarity. This ability of the ciliary muscles to adjust the focal length of the eye lens is called accommodation. Thus, the human eye is said to have the power of accommodation. So, today we learned about the structure of the human eye and how it functions effectively, enabling us to see distant and nearby objects. Bye. Happy learning.
So students, today we have read about structure of human eye. I have a practice question 1.1 on your SB2. So your homework as well as your practice question is label the diagram of human eye. According to your recorded video, you have to label the part of human eye. So student, if you have any problem related to this topic, you have to text me anytime on my WhatsApp personal window.